right?
Hey, good morning, Patriots. How are we doing today on this Tuesday morning, 27th day of July? I almost said August. Uh, hey, guys, I don't know how long I'm going to be on this because I don't know how many people are actually going to be able to see the message. I've gotten a half a dozen or so people who have told me that they're not able, that they are connected with me on Facebook as friends, but they're not able to respond or, comment. I have a few others that are saying, hey, good morning, Alice. Good morning, Stacia. I've got a few others that are telling me that partially through the presentation or the live broadcast that I provide, that it goes away. So let me be very blunt, as I usually am. I can't control that. I can't stop that. They're the one that is in control of that situation. So it goes out on their platform, which right now this message is going out on two different platforms, and let me explain. Right now, this message can be viewed on my profile page. It can be viewed on Patriot. I think it's called the page. Somebody created it for me, but I believe it's called the Patriot Blog. It's on Facebook. You can see it there potentially, anyways, and also on my YouTube channel. So what's going on right now, the road ahead, is that things are becoming more and more and more to a point where I don't like being right in these cases, and that's why I'm literally pleading with you guys to listen to me, because it doesn't match up with what the narrative is from most people. Most people are leaving out of the equation the aspect of what the depop plan is, the depopulation plan. They're leaving a lot of the little factors out. And I've had my naysayers, of course. If you're doing something right, you're going to have naysayers. So keep that in mind. If everybody's agreeing with what you're saying, I would be a little concerned. See, I don't expect everybody to agree with what I'm saying. I don't even expect every patriot to agree with what I'm saying. So let me be, I'm going to be blunt with you. If you don't take your health serious, you're making a huge mistake. Now, I believe, and I have very good reason to believe this, that with what we represent with the Patriot Business Network, that we have the best nutritional products on the market today. However, does that mean you believe that? Maybe, maybe not. And if you don't, it's okay. But I want to give you an example. Not only do we have the best nutritional products, but we had yesterday, and I went late last night. I don't know if you saw the message or not, but our CEO, which you can look this man up, his name is Brent Willis. He had 30, or wait a minute, how many companies called him yesterday?
About 30.
Over 30 companies, other big name companies called him, and he's at our top of our company, to see if they could join us and collaborate. And so far, he hasn't agreed to any of them to come on board. Now, I can tell you why that is. Because most of the companies out there that want to connect with us do not have or meet the standards of excellence in the area of clean nutrition that we have. You most likely, and I know, like I said, I'm not going to get a lot of friends from this, but you most likely are connected with companies, whether they're offline or online, that take shortcuts in the area of clean. The big word years ago was natural. Then we started to hear this term organic. And I'm not saying those things aren't good, but I'm saying the deal is clean. Now, why is clean? Because clean will cost more. I mean, it's as simple as it gets. So if you're one of those people that is price focused, then you probably don't like what we do. I'm being very blunt now. I think that if you really understand and you compare apples to apples, you're going to see that we're the best there is. I know myself, Antoinette and I, we won't accept anything but the best when it comes to putting in our body. When you get to be my age, which I'm not that old, but compared to, let's see who else is out here, because I know Well, there's only a couple people showing up, and they're all old people. No, I'm just joking with you guys. Okay, don't take that too serious. Okay, but I've got some friends that are in their 30s. Well, when you're in your 30s, you have this mindset that, hey, it doesn't matter what I put in my body, and I think that's not a good idea. But it's a more doable idea at 30 than it is when you're in your 50s and 60s. Let's just put it that way, or beyond. So, to give you an example, last night, I think it was on my very last broadcast last night, that I did a broadcast and I talked about a report that's coming out today. I don't know the exact time frame, but it deals with one of our product lines. And I will tell you that that product is making history right now, and it won me over big time because my pain is essentially gone. And what I went through, most people are telling me that, there's no way you can recover in that short period of time. Well, that's what I'm trying to say. This is, I'm not going to get into the details of the report because I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard a lot about what's going to be in it. So for those that are on here, we only have 7 people. I think we had 9. 2 people dropped off after they realized I wasn't going to talk about Trump right away. Okay. I'll just say this. Let me see. How do I say this without, because I can't violate. I really don't want to violate. I want to stay within the confines of things. I'll just tell you this. Let me see right about now. I'm looking at a request that I have here. Hang on one second. I'll tell you. I'll give you an address to look up here in a second. If you want, you don't have to. Look up 1100 South Ocean Boulevard, Palm Beach, Florida. They're wanting some of our product. So that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. But you'll probably know, if you look it up, you'll recognize what I'm talking about. So anyways, here's what I really want all of you to do is look at how your life is going right now and ask yourself, do I like how I feel? Number 1, about my body and about my health. That's number 1. Number 2, look at the way you are creating an income stream. Are you happy with that? Number 2. And do you like where it's going? Like, can you see the future? Do you feel like the direction you're going is going to continue? There's a lot of people out there that they think it's a good path. And like I keep saying, they're going to be like that squirrel that runs into the middle of the road and gets run over. I think there's too many people. Yeah, Mr. Witten. There's too many people that really, they're going to be shocked. The reports that I have, which I'm not able to, I can't reveal the reports because I know somebody's going to ask me, because I was told not to, because it will put people in a bad spot, if you know what I mean. Anytime you're dealing with the left, anytime you're dealing with the deep state, like for right now, I've got people no longer wanting to go into my Telegram channel because it has been confirmed there was at least 2 moles in there. And I knew eventually this would happen. That's why I typically don't even want to do Zooms unless I know who's on there. And by the way, if you are going to be on a future Zoom, Antoinette and I have made a decision that your name must be listed. If it's listed as iPad, if it's listed as iPhone, and if I don't know who you are, we will knock you off the call. If you don't let us know who you are, you will be knocked off the call. We have the ability to do that. And it's not because we're trying to be jerks with you. It's just that
too many people are hacking accounts now.
They're hacking our accounts. They're hacking a lot of people's accounts. Yeah. And the information that we're putting out, we need to make sure we know who it is.
So you have to announce your first and last name.
So we need to know first and last name. And, if you don't like that and you're not willing to do it, hey, we're not making you get on our Zooms. I'm just saying that if you want to be on that Zoom, you have to announce who you are. Okay. I hope that that's taken in the right spirit, because I'm just trying to get good information out. We didn't have the Zoom yesterday, and I don't know if I'll have it. We're not even doing our Patriot Business presentation this Friday because we're working on some new and exciting things that our company is doing. So we're going to be, you guys, for those that are really looking, and I don't know if you're looking, but if you're looking for the best clean nutrition, if you're looking for the best way to create a strong residual stream of income, we will have that. We will have that. And the goal is to have it a week from this coming Friday. So in other words, not this Friday, week from Friday. I will have the report as soon as I get it about our product line. For those that have reached out to me and with well wishes, I appreciate it. I'm going to have a gentleman on here, if not this week, next week, where I'll be interviewing him because he broke his elbow, and using the same 3 products that I have been promoting, the doctor said to him recently, "I don't see how this has healed this." This is the doctor saying this, not John. Okay, I don't see how you've healed this quickly. So if you're really in a lot of pain right now, you do need to reach out to me. If I share something with you that you don't like, guess what? You have the ability to say no. It's not going to hurt our feelings. We're not here to convince you of anything, but we are here to share with you the truth, because that's what sets you free. You know, the good book says the truth sets you free. For the longest period of time, I grew up in a religious home, and I used to think that it would set me free from sin. And I realized it didn't set me free from sin at all. What it does is it opens your eyes to what the truth is. The dark side, which is the deep state, is throwing all kinds of illusions and trying to get people to buy into their garbage. And unfortunately, like I just got a message, I'll just read a part of it to you. This lady wrote me a book, okay? And she's, here's what she said. She said, the vax, we all know what the vax is, right? Okay. The vax is not about COVID. Starts off. She says, when I was undercover with the Air Force, interestingly, she said it was during the time period when we had AIDS. Remember AIDS? You hardly ever hear about AIDS anymore, do you? Does that mean it disappeared? Anyways, guess who was involved in that? Fauci. And there was over 100 million died during that time frame. And of course, they blamed it on gay men. All right? She goes on and gives me a list of stuff that's gone on that she knows about. See, our government, folks, please listen to me. I know some of you already know this. Our government is corrupt. I say trust no one. I say trust no one. Because that's why they hate Trump. Because Trump's not a politician. And they didn't want him in because they knew that the truth would get revealed. What I will tell you right now, and a lot of people don't want to hear this. No, I can't give you this lady's name. What a lot of people don't realize is, and I'm even talking to people that are in the state of Florida, because I really like what that governor is doing. But right now, we are headed towards, if you have not been, you know what, your ability to work for a corporation, a company, in a brick and mortar is going away at lightning speed. Now, that may mean nothing to you. Maybe you're saying, well, I don't have to worry about that because I don't work for other people. And if that's the case, congratulations. But let's not be so short-sighted, because I bet you got friends and family that do. So wouldn't it make sense? Seriously, now and you know what? What I will tell you is that do what we call an evaluation. You know, I remember when Bob Proctor said something. He said that our belief system is based on our evaluation of something. Well, I can give you all kinds of information so that you can do your evaluation. Yesterday, I told everybody, I said, look, I've got 2 videos. They're total less than 40 minutes, I believe. One of them details why the rich get rich and why the poor stay poor. That's number 1. Number 2 video, it talks about the way our businesses run. And it shows you how it's a legitimate business, but how people get misled. I will send either one of those videos to you, and you can review on your own. What's that going to cost you? A few minutes. Yesterday, I had 2 people reach out for me for that. The third video I can send you is the video that covers our product line, that gives you a really good idea. Now, it's not 100% because we're adding so many products to what we represent. And for that new person that just jumped on here, because the numbers went up a little bit, what I'm sharing with you has everything to do with the reset. In other words, it can help you to not have to deal with a lot of that. I've had people say, what does this have to, literally, I've had people like, well, what does that have to do with the Trump situation? How about if I use this word? Everything. Some people don't get it. It goes, it's like that airplane that goes over your head. If you don't wake up, folks, you're going to wish you did. That's all I can tell you. I'm so glad that an individual reached out to me last December and shared what we now have our hands on, because it has made a huge difference. You will start to see where this starts to show up more and more and more. I was hoping that some of the things that I was not fearful of, but concerned, were not going to come to fruition. And they're popping up everywhere. So far, I said a few months back that the likelihood that jobs are going away, people said, oh, that'll never happen. I'm telling you, jobs are going away. The only way jobs don't go away in your lifetime is if you take the jab. You heard it from me. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to like it. Because I throw stuff out there a lot of people don't like. Jobs are going away. If you want to be in control of your life, you better be running your business from your home. That's what I will tell you right now. If you want to make sure you're putting good quality nutrition in your body, you better make sure you know what to look for. Because we didn't. And Mr. Whitten knows that we have been in businesses before that were, direct sales. Okay. And I didn't realize what was in products, but now I'm dealing with an expert, more than one expert. As a matter of fact, let me, you know what I'm going to do so that I get you guys the right info. I will, on my next message, I'll give you the exact books to get, but there is a book out there by Dr. Ray Strand. And it's, I believe, is it called What the Doctors Don't Want You to Know?
Something about.
I'll get you guys the exact name, and because there's stuff that they're putting in products, there's stuff they're putting in prescriptions, there's stuff that they're putting in nutritional supplementation, and they don't want you to know it. So I will, the next message, the next broadcast that I do, and thank you, by the way, Naomi, I appreciate that. But I will pass this on. I don't know how long they're going to let me keep my channel here, because they know that when we were in Arkansas, because we were in Arkansas for about 4 or 5 days, I was still getting messages, stop the SHIT. They don't like what I do. But here's the surprising things that I want everyone to realize. The thing they keep telling me to stop talking about is not Trump. It's not even the vax anymore. It's about the Patriot Business Network. They don't want that info out there. So what does that tell you? 972-834-2919. Again, one more time, 972-834-2919. That would be a very, very smart call that you could make sometime today. God bless you. God bless America. Let's see who else has joined us. I don't think there's Mike Linville, Shirley Ogren. Mike Linville, Shirley Ogren. I know those people have woke up. Yeah, Mr. Witten's right about the spike protein. Keep this in mind. If you live, if I was you, I would call to find out what area you're in as far as the 5G. Because that's where you're going to see some of the highest spikes right now, and you're going to see some of the highest deaths right now. I was on a phone call recently. I want to just say this. Here's the deal. In Russia, because you know how like everybody tried to say that Russia was in collusion with Trump and all that, which is nonsense, okay? But that's okay. Here's what this gentleman told me. And I didn't even plan on saying this, but I think all of you need to hear this. In Russia, there's very little, if any, outbreaks of COVID. Why? I'll just say this. In Russia, the only area that they're using 5G is with the military. The citizens don't have access to 5G right now. I'll see if you can put 2 and 2 together. God bless you. God bless America. We'll talk to you guys later.